Messy, red flags, William and Est doing a full 180 from Tempo. The teaser had me thinking we might actually be pushing into Only Friends territory, and I was intrigued. But then they gave me this trailer. And look, you don't have to sell me on William and Est. That ship sailed a long time ago. But you do have to give me a storyline that's actually going to compel me, excite me, keep me up at night. Not generic. And the trailer didn't really do that. It introduced me to a story I've seen a few times before, at least in various elements, and didn't show me the bits where they're going to set William and Est's characters up to be something I'm still thinking about 3 months from now. It did its job, it got me to good enough, and I'll watch the show. But here's what I'm gonna be watching for, because a good enough show isn't good enough for me, and it certainly isn't for William and Est. So where do we start? William's Dean, total playboy, can't stand being alone, and genuinely incredulous at the idea that staring at paintings in a museum could count as a date. Est's Moth hates people, turns into a full jerk the second someone shows interest in him, and yes, he flipped Dean the bird on camera. Love it. Hey GMMTV, I see you pushing a few of your own limits here. What sets this in motion, though, is our side couple. Ten's got a thing for Poon, Poon's got a crush on Moth, so Ten needs Dean to go run interference and clear the way. It's very heart killer coded. Manufactured proximity that's going to become real feelings, whether either of them signed up for it or not. And I'm here for all of this. And there is good. The chemistry is chemistry, and that was never in question. And there is some fun comedic beats in here, the clashing, the disdain, the incredulousness, and that finger. I can already tell that the banter is going to be the highlight even if nothing else lands. But then we have the not so good. And here's my real sticking point. GMMTV already put a label on these two in the press, self-aware red flags, and I have to push back on that a bit. Sleeping around isn't a red flag. Being closed off after getting hurt isn't a red flag. It's a defense mechanism. And if you're going to call them red flags, you have to kind of show me the damage and the backstory that actually makes this red flag territory. Don't just hand me questionable behavior and a label and expect me to believe it. And then we've got the ugly, and right now it's the side couple. And God, I love a good side couple, but right now Poon and Ten read as quadrangle furniture, purely the mechanism that gets Dean and Moth into the room together, not compelling people in their own right. And that's unacceptable. I've seen this go two ways. Sometimes a side couple ends up the emotional backbone of the whole thing, and sometimes they just don't become anything. They're just there. I genuinely don't know where this is going yet, and the trailer isn't giving me enough to get past it. It scares me just a little bit. What are we pulling from in this? Only Friends is the ceiling here, fully committed to the mess, no apologies, no safety net. Tempo is the floor, and I mean this as a compliment. It's proof that these two can do earnest, slow burn, genuinely moving work when the material asks for it. And then you have Me and Thee, where they were the side characters with a bit of that lighter comedic aspect. I wouldn't say phenomenal, but it was interesting. Pulling from all of these different places and then breaking outside of that box has the potential to be something unique that only these two can pull off. So with that in mind, here's what I'm actually watching for on August 29th. Does the red flag actually get earned, or was this just a marketing word? Red, green, black flags, these have all become shorthand for what you're supposed to expect out of somebody. They're easy labels, but a label isn't a character trait. If they're claiming red flag, you have to show me the actual damage and bad behavior, and then you have to address it and not just let it be a situational personality quirk that conveniently disappears once the plot needs them to be something else. Where's the real backstory? For both of them, not just one of them. They indicated to me what their flags are. Now I need the why. Is this actually who they are? Scars earned over time? Or is it just a mood they're in until episode 4? And is the mess actually mess? Or is it just the bar doing atmospheric work? Alcohol, nighttime, people who aren't on their best behavior. That's an easy way to attach mess to a show, but it's set dressing. I want to know if the mess is just the setting or if the mess is the people, because that makes an entirely different set of conflicts, and it matters which one it is. And then there's that one line, back to square one. I'm still sitting on this one. It could be a hint at real history, something that gives this actual depth, or I could just be projecting and it's a throwaway line that doesn't really mean a whole lot. I don't know yet, and I kind of like that not knowing because it gives me just a little bit of hope and intrigue that this is going somewhere. The big one. Does this get me from they're hot together, because side note, they are, to they've earned and deserve being together, because that's my catharsis. There's work to be done here. So, trailer sustained. It did its job. And here's where I actually land with this. The trailer got me to good enough, and there's nothing wrong with good enough. I watched a ton of it happily, and honestly, I'll take a trash watch that's so bad it's compelling. This is all a legitimate category that I enjoy. But you have William and Est, their chemistry, their range, and a GMMTV budget behind them. When you've got all of that, good enough stops being an acceptable outcome to me and starts being a bit of a disappointment. You have everything you need to be truly memorable, and the trailer isn't giving that to me right now. So genuinely, creators of You Maniac, maybe I'm being a little harsh, but I'm watching for something more, something that didn't quite come out in a 3-minute trailer. And usually there is more. You have two phenomenally talented people in the genre and a budget to back them. So I'm imploring you, please, please, please don't aim for just good enough. Trailer, sustained. Show, obviously TBD. Anything strike you as being better than good enough? I'd love to hear what I missed in the comments.